Okay, well, waiting for that to do, we might have some cakes done too. So, we'll need some of this stuff. Let's do as quickly as we can. Trays from the start. Once again, trays. So, same deal. Put it around the inside. Your fingers, you can get it into all the bits. The worst thing is a cake stuck to a tray. And you spend all that time making it, and then the last thing you need is stuck in there. So when you say 6-minute cake, an 8-minute cake, or whatever, it's not happening. This is first. Once again, learn this, save your time. And know you're going to be wasting stuff. Don't worry about it. Otherwise, you're just spending more time. First layer sticks to it, the second layer sticks it back in and holds it in place. And at that time of night, we have a coffee. And that is a hat. Okay, right, bowl's already dirty, so that's good news. And we need 6 butter, 6 sugar, 6 flour. That's our recipe, 6, 6, 6. Don't read anything into it. The actual number for the devil is 616, if anyone's interested. And I think that's Pendleton 616. If you ring that, you'll probably get through. And this looks like 4.5. No, 3. It's 2. Cool. Absolutely useless. Oh, it's because 1 grams. Ah, it's 6. You should get your measurements right. 6 ounces glorious butter, any type. Now you've got to switch up to self-raising. If you've got a wife like mine, she likes the plain cake. I'm for the chocolate. Making a real hash of this. I'm trying to rush. That. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything's like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the most. Some of this. You can use ice and sugar. It produces a smoother cake. Syrup, even smoother. This is what I'm favouring at the moment. So that's 666. And then 3 of these guys. And then this is where your flavours come into it. You want to make a chocolate, take out 1 ounce of flour and put back in 1 ounce of chocolate. If you want to put mint in it, that's fine too. Anything like that. Where is it? Oh, it's here. That's the last time. Very expensive. Which is getting start a mix, just do it 1, 2, and then pull it together, and then it won't fly everywhere. If you've got a big flyer, cover it. If you want to do it quick, get in there quickly, get it sorted down. Seats down into the bottom, yeah, it comes off the side. Remember, you're only putting enough air in to just push it up.
right up. The more you do it, the more air in it. Remember it, it's quite late at night, so don't be doing loud baking and forgetting that you're doing loud baking. Take your mix out. What I like to do is try and half it. Get it ready. So it's into a thing, off the sides and everything. Take your biscuit. Okay, and then you can see it's in two halves. And just put half, pick it up, put it in here. As quick as you can. Have a look, they should look about the same. If you've got kids, give them the mix, if they're allowed sugar. Mine are not, so no one gets it. So with that change, biscuits away, and just turn it, just put it in. Don't want to push it down into it because you don't want it to stick. It's not going to make much difference, but every little bit helps a bit. Turn the thing and squish it around. It's going to raise, it's going to spread out anyway. Now, if you love your other, this is where you add your bits of chocolate or your things like that. If you want your chocolate to stay solid, freeze it. Freeze it and then stick it in. But today I will be assisted by our lovely Spanish farmers. Hey, thank you Spanish farmers for all your brilliant fruit. My children love it. Oh, there's an open one. If you're a bit nervous, you could put the raspberries on one and not the other and see what happens. Because the wetness of the raspberries is a problem, because you're going to have to put them on and then let them raise through it. And you want to put in 1, 2, 8. Really, that's about it. Don't go crazy. I'm going to do both. And eat some raspberries. 8 and 1 in the middle. The one in the middle is going to make it awkward to cut, but go with it. Because you're adding wet raspberry to it, it's going to loosen the mixture even more. So every time, there we go, that's where they are. 2 of those. If I leave the paper on, they're not going to cook as good, so I'm going to have to cut the paper from around it as well. With dirty hands, this is driving me mad. Get it, you're going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wash my hands, put some of the stuff away. So in the meantime, I will tell you the story of, no I won't, but I have clean hands. Right, there we go. Scissors. And take that off. Then the heat can get to it. The oven's a funny place. By the time I get these in, the other stuff's going to be coming out. Oh, I'm going to have to shoot them going in. You can't afford that. So I'm going to take them out again and shoot them and put them back in again. But don't tell anyone, will you? Right, here we go, this one's for you. Right, so now I put them in the oven and take the other one out. Don't tell the other guys. They just go in and go top, bottom, middle, depending on whether you like to strike it lucky or not. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, 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 bam, bam. Alright, there they go. You didn't see any of that, did you? Want to try again? The bottom one's lightening. It's not ready yet. You can't touch it. It kind of puffs up a little bit, but not very much. And then you just got to slowly go through it. you don't need to turn the heat up because the oven's got more things in it now. It's going to be hotter. The more it's got stuff, the more. And then you've got your top ones. It's going to go pretty quick because the top of the oven is hotter than the bottom of the oven. A lot of stuff today. I'm sorry about that. My wife says if you want to know something, ask me and you're going to know a hell of a lot about it. Unnecessarily. So okay, that's part 2. Hope you enjoyed that in-betweener. And let's get on with the show. No, let's go on with the show. Let's not go on the show. Let's finish the show. That's part 2 of Millionaire Shortbread, if you didn't know already. And in the next part, we're going to freeze it. And then I'm going to wait 3.5 hours for that to happen. And then we'll do the next stage, and then do the next stage. So if you know how to do it already, that's basically it. The rest of your day, you can go ahead and go again. Let's go, next bit. What you'll need is, very simple. You will need salt, Philadelphia cream cheese, that is. Vanilla again, and extra double cream, thick cream. Put them in a bowl, mix them. The more you mix them, the more air you're going to get through it. And then that's going to be basically foolproof. Mix your cakes. You add chocolate to it if you want it chocolatey. You add strawberry flavouring to it, any sort of flavouring at all. When you're doing a cake that's got fruit in it, you're more than likely not to add chocolate to it. Chocolate and fruit, not the same thing. Not the same thing. Not really. Not for me. But you do get your Black Forest Gatto and all that. So there are exceptions. And really, when you eat, if you taste coffee, sometimes it's so fruity in its flavours because it is a vegan, which is close to a fruit, you know what I mean? Let's listen to the rainbow. And here's your rubbish. That's the end of that. So it's really late at night, so it's just, if you don't want to wake up your baby, a couple of tea towels, your wife, your kids, over your mixer, over the engine bit, but don't get him caught up, will you? Oh, that was going to take a really long time. Let's go, guys. I know, it's been the worst last thing ever. Right, here you go, here's your stuff now. And that's ready. And we'll put that on the cake in a little while, maybe. We'll have a look, see if the cake's ready now. Over here.
Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings.
Put my hand underneath the cake, and on top of the cake. That's pretty good. I could probably ice that. We can ice these right now.
The chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I'm wanting. I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up. It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up. So I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind.
Ice and cake and Charmy Bob.
You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
There we go. Not now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I am recording here. Please. Thank you. If you want to come and get a bottle, that's fine. Davidson. Would you mind not making any noise? Right, so got the first part of the cake on. That's great. You can add jam or anything you want to the top of these sponges. It's really not necessary. Making a quick cake. Somehow hold your cake on. Okay. One goes one way, one goes the other way. Just like that. Just put it on. There we go, some sort of cake. Push the middle. The rest on top. Like so. Okay, stop rolling. Alright, so I'm going to take it. The thing is with icing something, try and keep the icing all in one thing and move the icing as a giant thing. As soon as you get a space in the cake, it's going to pull the cake. So you need a great big load of stuff to
yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong, body goes up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay.
Okay, so in this case, I take a great big lump and stick it on the side. And like too much, it's too much, obviously. Just take the thing, start filling that gap. Use anything you want. Fork, spoon, let's use a spoon. I'm shaking the spoon. Spoon or anything, get it round and push it into the little groove inside there. sort of covers the whole cake. Anyway, then you're away. I mixed this a bit too long, that's why it's a bit weird. So what I'm doing now is getting some icing sugar, because I absolutely forgot to put in the sugar. I forgot to tell you to put sugar in. Put sugar in your icing. It's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. This is terrible. This is a waste of cake. So what I'm going to do is going to try and save it. I'm going to get plain flour and not put that on it. I'm going to get some icing sugar. Here, icing sugar. Let's take this. I'm supposed to have added this to it. Let's see what I can do. No sugar in it now, so just put sugar in it, Mike. You idiot. Never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay. Let's mix this in or two. I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain. Sometimes your best mistakes are your best inventions. That sugar seems to be soaking up there. Try a bit. It's done it. It's pulled it back. I forgot to put the sugar in, but that's just done enough to put the sugar back into the thing. In fact, I think it's maybe a better technique. Very good. Well, we're covered. So that's what you got to do. Baking. You got to think on your feet. And whatever mode of transport you have going on. So let's see how this goes now. Another freezer cake. If you want to freeze it, any of these cakes, they're great. Freeze them for work. Get them in that cabin. Show your mates. Just cake in the cabin. Let's take her off. Alright, wicked. That's yeah, good enough cake. That's what we'll call this one. Good enough cake. So the other things come in the freezer as soon as it's ready. I'll do that bit. Right, part through.
Smile.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never
We'll accept each other then.
felt that way.
It's very nice of you.
Strong